New series premieres Monday, May 25th, only on VH1.
That's right. So, no further waiting. I introduce the hair slayer, singer, songwriter, award winning Miss Tamar Braxton. Hey, hey, hey.
Hi.
Hey. How are you? How is quarantine treating
Oh,
you?
listen, sis, I'm doing great. I'm living my best quarantine life with my baby and my chocolate bar, and being able to jump on lives and have fun with social media and take a chill pill for a second.
Yeah, it's crazy because, we talk about how it has changed life, but it's brought us together in so many ways because it's like you guys are so busy. So sometimes we want to talk to you about these projects and things, but you are running around. So the way when we do it like this, I can talk to you and, you're out on the West Coast, I'm here in New York, and it's all good.
Period. But we still here.
Yes. Now, I want to try to take some audience questions towards the end, but guys, do not kill me because I have tons of questions for Ms. Tamar, especially about the show because I'm super excited about it. The first episode aired on Monday. It was so much fun. And I also had a whole conversation with Johnny about this. So it's so fun to get to talk to both of you. But my first thing, and I also asked him, was when you heard the title, did you ever have any reservations? Were you like, oh, wait, what now? To catch a who? I don't know if I want to be about that.
No, I do not have any reservations. As a matter of fact, when the executives from VH1 and Scout came to me, they created the show with me in mind. And when they pitched it to me, I was like, oh my God, this is everything. And, we haven't really talked about it on the Braxton show, but we grew up with my mom being a hairstylist, a kitchen beautician. And then she later got her license and became an ethnic specialist. So hair has been everything in our household, especially because we're a bunch of women. We used to play in each other all the time. And plus, my mother really did hair for a living for a while. Yeah. And so, when they pitched it to me, I'm like, oh, this is everything. I'm always changing my hair. I love hair. And I've definitely had my share of hair catastrophe. So let's talk about it. It's about time. I just thought it was a topic that was long overdue.
See, that's funny that you said that because that was one of the first things that came to my mind. I said, yeah, of course, Tamar. She's a hair slayer, but when we talk about Black women being hair chameleons, you are definitely one of the first people that comes to mind. And I'm glad you said that you have had your hair catastrophes because I do want to get into that for sure. But did you guys have any pushback from the stylist? And were you ever nervous when you were shooting those scenes? Because they don't know they're going to be confronted. So it's kind of like, what's going to happen?
Well, okay, here's the thing. We didn't have pushback because they didn't know. They didn't know, but Johnny and I, we were very, very nervous every time it was a bust, because what we didn't want was to offend people. We were really to help them. And we just really wanted to hurry up and get over that hurdle of them feeling ambushed. And have the open conversation with the client and with the stylist so they can go off to boot camp and live their best life and have, the redo that everyone deserves.
And it kind of, it's a little bit of a therapy session for some of these folks, especially the client that feels a little wronged. It kind of helps them sort of get a little bit of redemption as well, or to make them feel a little bit better about what has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think,
I think at the end of the day, as the client, the person who has really jacked up, they just really want to be heard. I have two those shoes, you know what I mean? Like, oh, at the time, you're really afraid, or you don't have the courage to tell the stylist that you really did jack up my hair. So you leave acting as if everything is okay, but you have that feeling in in your stomach, like, oh my God, my hair. And I'm just happy that we really give both people, the client and the hairstylist, a platform to speak their minds and really be heard.
Yeah. And we saw from the first episode too, it goes both ways because we got the client's story and she told us a bunch of stuff. And then we found out that she was adding her own little pieces and doing her own little thing too. So we see how it can go both ways, where it's like, well, the clients also have to listen and behave, so to speak, as well.
Yeah, sometimes us as clients, we expect too much, and we do too much.
Yeah.
We don't respect our hairstylist time and their
And the
craft.
process. Right.
They do an amazing job. So we need to let them do their job. Everybody has a position. Our position is to sit and get our hair done. And the stylist position is to deliver the hairstyle that we have discussed, period.
Right. Now, Johnny is so fun in this. And that's one of the things that I love is that you guys seem like you're having fun. Yeah. And so there is that little tension, right? Of like, oh, we're about to confront this person, but it kind of comes full circle and it's pretty fun. So I love that.
Yeah, it's a good time. Johnny is just like me. He's just packaged a little differently. We both have a good time and we both will say what needs to be said, but we are definitely here to help and we keep it moving. But we definitely are not here to, make anybody feel little or, bad about, their craft or their job, or make them feel worse than they did when they came into the door about their hair that's already jacked up. But we do call a spade a spade. And I think that's important because if somebody acknowledges that you're not crazy, yes, you do have a bald spot. You have a hole in your head. Absolutely. It helps the healing process. We just try to be, as authentic as we can. We be ourselves. We have a good time and we try to make everybody as comfortable as possible.
Yeah. What was that like working with him and kind of seeing him do his craft? Like, did you pick up some things and learn some things?
Oh, yeah. Listen, Johnny is absolutely amazing. Not only is he super duper talented, but he's so educated and he's intriguing. He's so educated. He's intriguing. Right. Yes. And so you can't help but to learn from him. The number one thing that I've learned is, to respect the relationship that I have with my hair. Now, it took a while for me to get there, because I was trying to age, with my hair. And so my relationship with my hair came later on in life. And so I had to really respect that relationship and keep my hair juiced up and greased up so it can look as healthy as possible. And so many things that I've learned about him. But, we have a good time and he's great.
Yeah, let's talk about your hair because you are a hair chameleon, and you said that you've had your own moments where your hair was jacked up. Mm-hmm. And there is that fear. I've been there where you're like, oh, if I say something, like, I'll be the bad client, or you're nervous because you're just like, do I have the right? Like, she's doing her job. Have you had an instance where you've had to do that? You've had to perform, or you've had to go like live or in front of an audience, and you just didn't feel good about how your hair looked? And how did you, I guess, get over that hump or just deal with it?
All the time. When there's some new hairstyles and my glam squad talk me into it, I'm not feeling 100%, confident about it. Yeah, you just got to make it work because at that point it's just too late to turn back now. And you have to trust the people that are around you. Like you have to trust the professionals. Like, listen, my glam squad, they're professionals, just like your hairstylist. If they suggest something to you, it's not because they want to cause you any harm. It's because they are professionals. They know better. We don't know. We just want to see a look on us. We don't know what it takes to get there. We don't know what kind of damage is going to do after the effect when we're cute for 15 or 20 minutes, right? Right. But we have to learn to trust and listen to the professionals because they just know more than we do.
Right. And sometimes they have an eye or they have a vision and we don't see it, but they're like, I know what I'm doing. I got you, sis. Just let me do this. Yeah. Yeah. I want to ask about your big chop too, because that was such a huge deal. And you were talking about this just about a day or two ago when you recently posted on Instagram when you first did your big chop. And it's interesting because Johnny and I were speaking about this, and he said a lot of times women will want to cut off their hair, or at least that's what they think. And a week or even days later, they regret it or they're like, oh my God, what did I do? Did you ever kind of have that feeling or go back and forth about it before, even after the fact? Or were you just like, no, take it off?
No, it was definitely an intervention from God. It was my birthday week and I'll never forget it. I was going to Kim Kimball Hair Salon to get my birthday weave, my birthday do. Everybody know about the birthday do, right? My purse, honey. I had ordered her. I was going to get my birthday weave. I was ready to go. But something came over me, seriously, and it was like, cut your hair off.
Wow.
And I had no idea what my hair shape was like underneath a wig. It has been forever since I've had a relationship with my hair. And so when I cut it off, actually, the day of, when I went into the salon, I was like, listen, Trina, I want to cut my hair off. And they actually had a meeting right then and there about who was going to do that.
Oh, wow.
Lose her mind. Is she's going through divorce? Is she going through too much? Who's going to do this? I don't want this blood on my hands. I was like, excuse me, hello. And I picked up the clippers. I'm like, if somebody don't come cut my hair, I'm going to do it myself. Oh, that's really how I felt. And it was like, no. And Trini talked me into shaving the sides initially and leaving the middle like a mohawk. And then she kind of like put pieces in. And I was even more like upset about it because I just still felt super duper heavy. And I went back the very next morning, it was early in the morning. I was like, take it off. And she shaved it all off, and instantly we got goosebumps. We started crying. I don't know what that was about. You know,
it was about that freeing of something that comes off when you cut that hair.
And I'm telling you, I'm not even going to lie. My favorite hairstyle, like right now, I just peel it off, and even in my in between stage, and go right back.
Yes, listen, we're getting in the comments. People, Bernice said you look beautiful. Gwendolyn said you inspired me to cut my hair. Like, people love Tamar with the cut. Like, yeah, it's a good look on you. Your head shape is perfect for it.
Well, praise God, right? Because
you don't know.
I didn't know, but for me, I just couldn't deal with anything else. I couldn't deal with another strand of hair. And I was so at that point, I was at the point in my life where I was obsessed with falling in love with myself the way that I was when I woke up in the morning, the way that I was during the day, no makeup, no hair, how I had to love me in order for me to move forward in my life, in order for me to find that real special someone, in order for me to respect my business, in order for me to respect the fact that I'm a mother and I want my son and I to connect in a different kind of way.
Yes.
I love myself in my purest form. And so that's how, you know, my journey was, and it helped me. And I'm glad people, you know, found freedom in that as well, because I definitely did.
Yeah. And that's the one thing about us. I gotta say, you know, like, Black women, we're dope. But the fact that we can go from rocking a baldy to a pixie to a bob to a blowout shag, and we still look amazing, whether we're natural, we ever relax, and we look amazing, is a testament to just how beautiful we are, even when no one else wanted to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So
we have to learn it for ourselves, though. You know, how many years have our aunties and our mothers and grandmothers been preaching this to us, right?
Right.
You don't get it until you get it for yourself. It's almost like when they say, oh, you got to know the Lord for yourself. You don't get it until you know it, right?
It's true. You got to go through it.
You gotta get to that point where nothing else works. Nothing else is going to work until you fall in love with yourself. And that's it.
Right. And, you know, it's scary, especially a process when you do a big chop, because you have your haters, people talking about your snatched edges and all that. But you were like, I got something for y'all.
I'm thinking about baby.
Yes.
Oh my God, you grow, girl. Ain't no hater, baby. I got edges like they're real. They
get them.
Stop praying for me.
Where can we get it? Because I saw on your Facebook, let me pull this up. It's like these are almost gone. We only have less than 100 jars in stock. I'm gonna need my Grow and Glow. So
we still out of the first batch, but I think just this morning they restocked. And now have a back order because we did not expect any of this. So I think if you go to yougrowgirl.com, the link is in my bio, my social medias. You can get it. And guess what? The things that everyone bought on Monday start shipping tomorrow. So we're working really, really hard because this is something I believe in, and everybody know I don't sell nothing. Unless I know it works. It's all natural. It's no chemicals. We try to be as much vegan as we try to be over here. We try to be vegan over here. But it really does work. And this is not for a coin. This is for the culture, everybody. The summertime is coming, and we need our edges. We need our confidence. We need the wind to blow and not feel like this.
Not be scared. It's pulling your lift up. And
it is time. And you know what? I took my braids out, and I'm not gonna lie. My edges did a snap, crackle, and pop because I had my braids in my hair way too long. Right?
Too long, that tension.
Quarantine, pandemic, and that's why y'all see a little space, because they're growing back from my braids that came out. But this has just been like 2 weeks.
That's pretty good.
God,
okay, I have to get mine. I'm gonna need mine. We have a couple questions. So we have a question at what products do you use for your natural hair?
Well, I don't use a lot of products, I have to be honest. Well, what prompted this whole natural product hair growing system that we've developed is because I don't want to put a lot of chemicals in my hair.
Right.
Oh my God, you grow. I'm not saying that, y'all. I'm not plugging myself, I promise. Oh my God, you grow worse.
Plug it.
It's really full of a bunch of natural oils and essentials. I don't believe in perms anymore. I don't feel like it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is walking across the stage as Miss America. What we need that for? Just no, really. Have a hot oil treatment. Sit under the dryer, and if you want to be fly, put a pressing comb to her, a flat iron. You don't need to put chemicals in your hair. I believe in always making sure you are moisturized. I can't say that.
Yes.
It is so important.
That's the word.
Even when it's not healthy, the juicier your hair is, the healthier your hair appears. So that's what we're trying to promote here, everybody. Healthy
hair, y'all. Yes. Another someone else wanted to know if it was harder to find a good beautician or a good barber when you did your big chop. That's a good one.
Find a barber. Nobody knows this secret. You know how we call the hairstylist and we be like, we need our hair done the next day or the next day after that. Okay, cool. I get you in, come here too, girl, whatever. It ain't like that with a barber.
Right.
You gotta have
you be waiting
haircut appointment. Okay. So the barber was harder.
Yeah. And I think too, they have people who specialize in doing short hairstyles or buzzes for women, which is very different than the look you want to get for men. So you have to find someone who knows how to get that shortcut and in a way that looks very feminine and very beautiful and very soft. So
And I'm gonna tell you something, they're far in between. It's definitely a presence that needs baby.
Now, I know you said that you don't sell anything, but I'm gonna call you out on that. That's a lie.
It is.
Because you are selling this impersonation of Tony that everybody is going wild for. Like, do you know how long you had Let It Flow playing in my head for the week? Like,
Tony Braxton for forever, especially me and Babyface. Like, we had ongoing tease with her silently behind the scenes that we tease her, about how she sings. And it's only one Tony Braxton now, but nobody thinks she's not telling that she sings that throat.
You better believe it.
It's really hard to imitate. And so it took years to really practice and get it, to where we sound kind of like her. So we love it. It's so much fun.
Well, you do a good job because you started this back in like 2012, I think, on Braxton Family Values when you were doing Tony, and now it's kind of resurfaced and everybody is so into it. It's so funny.
He picked on and I couldn't help myself but to jump on the bandwagon because it's so fun.
Does she laugh about it? Is she like, I'm gonna get y'all?
Oh yeah, she definitely like, I'm gonna get y'all, but she does laugh about it, and it annoys her. Like, you guys don't sound anything like me. You don't sound nothing like Johnny Braxton. So it's a good time. It's just a fun, friendly family competition that we've been doing for years.
Yeah, and you've also been super into the whole Versus series.
Yes,
so what's the next one, or what's the Tamar versus, what's the Tony versus? Because y'all have catalogs on catalogs on catalogs.
Thank you. I don't think I'm ready for a versus yet, though. Ooh. No, I do think Tony should. I've told her that. I'm really crossing my fingers. Y'all pray in agreement with me that she will jump on a verses with whomever. I think, us women need to do it more often. I remember when Erica and
Jill Scott
did theirs. It was amazing for the culture. They took us back to memory lane. It just made me feel empowered as a Black woman, and happy. And I just think there needs to be more women, and it shouldn't be such a big deal when us women do it. We should do it just as much as the guys do it.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, people who have catalogs, like legendary tracks, and it's just kind of like you might forget a little bit, during these times because we're so inundated by so much content. But it'll get you playing back some of those old records, and you're like, why haven't I heard this in so long? It's such a bop.
I was flipping back and forth from the 112 Jagged Edge to Catch a Beautician on Monday because it's just all the old records and where I was in my life and who was in my life at the time and all those memories that came back. It was a good time. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Now going back to the show, do you feel like every stylist deserves redemption?
I do. Let me tell you, I just feel like sometimes people have a bad day, right? And I just feel like with the show, the beauty about this show is that it's never just about hair. It's always something else that's underlying that's going on,
Yes.
You never know what other people are going through. Like Monday, I think a lot of people missed it because, it's only a half-hour show. But Adele, when she was doing Cherry's hair, remember she burnt out her hair. Her hair was 27 inches and she burnt out her flat iron. Well, she knew. She showed up to the set knowing that her tools were default, right? And and the reason why she came to set with her tools that way is because she couldn't afford to get a new set of tools because she had been out of work, she had fallen on hard times, and she just really, really needed the money, you know what I mean, to make it.
Yeah.
And I just really felt really bad for her because sometimes, during our, mishaps in life, we are selfish, in that realm and forget that somebody else might be affected by our selfishness because we are in such dire need or something. Right. So, yeah, I do feel like all stylists, I feel like all people should have a chance for redemption because you never really know what is really going on behind closed doors. So
right. Yeah. And a lot of times people don't have the empathy until they're in that position and they understand.
Yeah, and we're ashamed to tell people our situation. You know what I'm saying? We're going through something hard. We feel like we need to carry it ourselves and figure it out for ourselves. And that's why when I told her, like, well, you should have called production, like, oh, can you guys have some utensils there? This is what I'm going to need, blah, blah, blah. 9 times out of 10, you can't control who's doing your hair, but the person who's doing your hair can definitely ask for a curling iron or flat iron.
Right. Yeah. Or ask them, do you have any particular tools you like used on your hair? You can bring them and I can use them, and then problem solved. But yeah, you gotta speak up. Have any clients for the show declined redemption? Has there been a stylist that's like, y'all got me messed up, I'm not going there? Look at your face. You can't just drink the tea, you gotta spill the tea too. You gotta share the tea.
You gotta tune in. I'm not going to tell you.
All right. Okay. So that's a perfect segue. On that note, I want to thank you so much, Tamar, for joining us. This has been such a dream. I wore my girl for you today, making sure we were styling out here.
I love it. I'm so here.
Sure we were styling. Thank you. And so just give us the plug for the show. Give us the name. Give us the time. Give us the location.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Tamar Braxton. And guess what? She's back. Yes, this time I'm on VH1 to Catch a Beautician every single Monday at 9:00. Meet me there. You have a good time.
Woo. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tamar. We love you. We will see you at the next verses. Yeah.
All right.
Have a good one, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.